Hey there, guys. What we're going to be doing here, I'm going to call this the audio log section of Killzone. Now, what the whole point of the audio log system is to give you a little brief overview on what I liked about Killzone, what I didn't like about Killzone, per chapter basis. So, what I might not like in Chapter 1, I might love in Chapter 4 because maybe it's more fleshed out. And so, with that being said, this is going to be called the Audio Log Collection. It's going to be a side-by-side series along with my Killzone Shadowfall gameplay, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be using a cool little audio log effect, which sounds like you're playing me off of a recorder, just to add a little bit of immersion. We're going to see how well it does. Thank you. Hey there, guys, it's Jax, and here I am with a little, I guess you would call it a mini review of Chapter 1 of Killzone Shadowfall. Now, Killzone Shadowfall is a game I got on PS4. I got it when the PS4 first came out. I was one of the first few people to get a PS4, and a lot of people went through the problems where they wouldn't work, or the controllers were breaking, or the rubber on the controllers of the thumbsticks were ripping off and whatnot. Had no problems with mine yet. And so far in the game, from Chapter 1, even though I played up to Chapter 4, I never paid attention to the story. I more or less just wanted to get a grasp of how the game felt, and if I wanted to continue it. Of course I did. That's why I'm doing this review and why I'm playing it right now. And sorry. Now, what I found was a problem with it. Look, one of the first few problems that I found with Killzone Shadowfall when I started playing it was, in certain areas, the lips were off on what the players were saying, and by that I mean out of sync, obviously. Because Michael could be telling Lucas something, but his lips are moving about a fraction of a second before, and you can tell that. You can tell when it's out of sync, and it kind of throws the immersion off. And, you know, that's pretty much the biggest beef I have with the game so far. Other than the father-to-son feeling of Michael to Lucas, it feels very, very tacky. It feels like it was really pushed on you in the very beginning of the game to get that emotional overdrive out, where you want to feel that emotion. You want to feel that immersion of, oh, my father's really looking after me. No, it doesn't feel like that in the game. It feels very tacky. It feels the game is telling you, this is your father, you have to like him. But I don't like Michael. I don't understand Michael. He's not a likable father character. But if he were to be a civilian saving Lucas, that would be a totally different story. I really feel like if he were to be a civilian who finds Lucas and helps him escape to meet up with Thomas Sinclair, I feel that would have been a better story instead of having this somewhat of a father figure trying to be lovable but not really becoming lovable. Or at least that's my opinion, right? That's how I feel about the character. And also, with Michael dying at the very end of Chapter 1, I think that we consider that the wall, I think. It felt very sudden. It was too soon. Like, just right about then, this contradicts what I just said, you finally start feeling that father character, and he gets killed. But within the first 15 minutes of the game, how can you really build up the momentum of, I gotta avenge my father, when you never really knew his father in the beginning? That's one thing I did not enjoy. That's something that is a huge part of the game, but they just seem to fail on it. You need to have that father figure. You need to feel that love. But if you never feel that, and then he's killed off quite soon, you never really have that motivation to want to avenge your father. Now you're just focusing on you want to get your planet Vecta back from the Hellgas since they took half of it. Those are pretty much the only problems I have. Other than that, the graphical fidelity so far of the game is absolutely breathtaking. You look around, even the water dripping on the side of the face, on the glass, the rain hitting the ground, the sound effects, the breathing and the testosterone of the Hellgas soldiers is impressive and beautiful at most. The game plays at a steady 60 frames per second, which is very, very good for a launch title, because most launch titles would dip below the 50 FPS range, and you can sort of feel it. It's not too prominent, but you can definitely feel it. And Killzone Shadowfall is no less a 60 frames per second shooter of a generic quality so far, but it's very fun. Lucas and his dad, even though they doesn't really feel like there's a love attachment, they feel like real people. They feel like they got real emotions, they got real facial structure. Their eyes move when they're upset, their lips move when they're talking, their cheek muscles fluctuate up and down. Oh, it's just beautiful. The Hellgas I've never really was interested in until Shadowfall, because then you're getting a real overview of who they are and what happened. You find that out at the beginning of the video, actually. And what else can I say about it? The cutscenes. Yes, the cutscenes. cutscenes. The cutscenes are beautiful. I actually 100% enjoy the cutscenes. The cutscenes are the ones that are giving me the story now. As you're playing it, I'm just really focused on what's going on. But once you get to those cutscenes, and it looks like it's real life, you almost question yourself: is Killzone real life, or am I a video game? Other than that, Killzone Shadowfall Chapter 1, The Father, is a very good introduction to the game. Chapter 2 is just as good, and I will get into that once I play a little more of it. I have it recorded, but I have to rewatch it and find what I liked and what I didn't like about it so I can do this again. This is a very, very brief review of Killzone Shadowfall so far, Chapter 1, of course. And I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Jax. This is The Effect. See you later.